Built in 1943, Golf Bravo Bravo Lima Hotel first saw service in 1944 as 431145 and served with the Free French in North Africa and then on through Italy. After the war she was civilianised and flown in France until 1973, when she arrived at Shipping and Airlines and re-registered as Lima Hotel. Today she is used as the training and assessment aircraft of any pilot who is invited to fly any of the vintage fleet. Unlike some of the other aircraft, all the Cub's control surfaces work with full authority right down to and below the stall, making her a very easy aircraft to fly with confidence. She is, however, very light, and sometimes thermals and gusty winds can make landing interesting, as we shall see later. The walk around begins with mags off, throttle closed, fuel is normally left on. Full, free and correct movement of the joystick and its control surfaces. The trimmer adjustment is full and free. The Perspex panels are clean and secure. Tailplane and struts are tight. Full rudder extension is available. The tailwheel is fully castering and has indents to assist in directional control. Any crosswind over 15 miles per hour and the wheel can pop out of the indent and you can end up going all the way round on the spot. Sometimes you may require a wing walker to assist. From this position, a good view of the top of the wings for condition is available. All the struts and bolts are secure. The joystick rests fully forward, making movement of the aileron difficult. The wire is checked for any fraying. The pitot cover is off. Tyres, wheels and brake lines are checked, inflated, secure and no hydraulic oil leaking. The engine looks clean, nothing loose. The propeller is in good condition, both leading and trailing edges. The oil is sufficient. The fuel level is checked visually and the complicated indicator functioning correctly. A repeat on the starboard wheels and wings of all the checks. Once complete, we can now go flying. Starting the Cub is straightforward. Help of a qualified assistant carefully trained is advisable. Fuel on, the primer is charged. This atomises fuel into the carburetor chamber, and when the propeller is pulled through, each cylinder ingests a fuel and air mixture.
Off and closed.
Off and closed.
Contact.
Throttle set. Contact. Whilst warming up, the altimeter is set using the special tool. Lima Hotel has excellent brakes and rudder authority, making taxiing easy. You may be asking, why is the pilot sitting in the rear seat? Well, during the war the pilot sat in the front, with the observer behind. This keeps the combined weight within the CFG or balance. When flying solo, the pilot sat in the back, keeping the weight behind the front wheels and therefore within the CFG. So today the pilot in command sits in the back, whether flying solo or with a passenger in the front. This can make takeoff and landing interesting, as the passenger will hide most of the instruments, but as long as the airspeed indicator is visible, by getting your passenger to sit one side or the other, this is not a problem. Run-up checks complete, we are lined up on runway 21. It is a hot day and the wind is variable, 190220, 8 to 12 knots. So expect some thermals and turbulence from the valley. The tail can be raised once the aircraft is moving forward, giving almost instant rudder authority and good directional control.
Left turn 2 miles, Golf Lima Hotel.
The same takeoff from the other camera. Once at height, the view all around is excellent and will cruise at 70 miles per hour with about 2.5 hours endurance. The Cub is the perfect trainer, as the balanced use of rudder and aileron in any turn is required. Returning, we position downwind for using runway 21, the wind as before. Downwind checks complete, we trim back for 55 miles per hour. In relation to other aircraft in the circuit, this is a very slow approach, as most other aircraft approach at a higher speed. The controllers at Biggin Hill are very good, and always help us as much as possible to fit in to the pattern. Today is quite a busy day, so I will approach at 65 miles per hour, then over the hedge, slow her up to 55, and set her up for a 3-point landing.
Golf Lima Hotel, landing down. hotel, turning far off to Place land, Golf Hotel.
Studying the wing sock, it is constant and down the runway at about 8 knots. As I mentioned earlier, the Cub is very light and any change in wind direction can alter the approach very quickly. Today, while slowing up to 55 miles per hour and 100 feet above the runway, a sudden gust affects the aircraft. In those few seconds, the decision was made to change to a wheeled landing for better control. The same landing from the other camera. Down safely, we taxi back to the hangar and shut the aircraft down. The L4 Cub Golf Bravo Bravo Lima Hotel, part of the Shipping and Airlines Historic Collection.